All right, welcome to our another episode of Westhaven. Got myself, Brett, here with Watson. We're on location in God's country, and we're happy to answer some questions that got asked to myself and Watson, give our perspective, our opinion, and ultimately the solutions we have for a lot of the problems we're in right now when it comes to electricity and energy and living independently while making a lot of money. So, Watson, this one's for you. What do you think about the recent increases in electricity prices? Do you think the utility companies are being fair, or are they charging too much?
Yippee-ki-yay. You know what that answer is. They're going up and up and up. Even next year is going to be another 20% rise.
So, if you could say one thing to the utility companies, what would it be? Yes.
I mean, honestly, when you sit down with people at a dining room table and they're getting ready to look at a proposal, the common denominator is they're all very unhappy and dissatisfied with these high utility bills.
Yeah, they're pissed off for good reason.
Yeah, they are. They really are.
It's worth mentioning too that people are really pissed off because of the neglect.
Their monopoly,
Mm-hmm.
And they've kind of cornered their market. So there's only a couple solutions to that.
So, how do you feel about my perspective on the matter where I ignore them completely
True.
and focus only on where the problem is for homeowners? Because the only place the problem is the electrical meter. That's the enemy. So
Right.
that's why
Right.
my perspective is always like, see, when I get asked these questions, like for example, what do I think about the recent increases in prices? Well, naturally they're horrible,
Right.
But where are they coming from? They're where they originate from. Where's their little multipliers? It's in the
Right.
cash register
Right.
on the side of people's houses. The whole problem is on the side of your house, living rent free. And if people ignore the utility company entirely and just focus at the source of the problem and what actions they can take to actually eliminate it, it actually destroys every other source of the problem too. That's the domino right there.
Right.
That's why I always like to orient people. I get these questions all the time like, do I think their prices are fair and clear? Oh yeah, they're so fair and they're so clear. They're so fair and clear and they're coming right out of that meter. So no matter what a person thinks about them,
Yeah.
attack that source.
Yeah. So on that note, there's a lot of hidden fees that people don't even know that they're paying, and they just increase them, and they increase them a little bit at a time, and they don't even disclose it. And then before you know it, that little thing has now become a big thing. And that has been ongoing for many years, and believe me, they plan on continuing to do that exact thing, which is keep increasing hidden fees.
That's right. So what, like with electricity prices going up, do you think it's a stronger argument for people and businesses to switch to solar?
I mean, right now we're seeing a whole new generation of people that are coming and getting more solar because they're realizing that it ain't going away.
Right.
It's getting worse and worse. We have developed a program where you can go grid liberation.
That's right.
You can be independent. You don't need to be on that meter no more. You might have one sitting on the wall, but it ain't going to even be a factor in what you're doing once you've gone through solar and battery storage.
That's right. That's right. All these little hidden fees, all these little processes, the technology is already there to make all your own power. In fact, on the mountains behind us, there's so much power just shining on them right now.
Yes.
That's a symbol. That's why I love these mountains behind us.
Yes.
They're a symbol of how actually the solution is literally hitting people on their skin.
Correct.
Every single day. And attacking that source of the problem will eliminate it. So someone's asking, what do you think will happen with energy costs in the future?
Now, we just hit on it. We all know it's going to increase. It's going to keep going up.
That's right.
I mean, I've never seen them go backwards.
So, me neither.
Never. I mean, when
why-
we started, it was like 8 cents, 10 cents,
That's right.
11 cents. Now we're looking at 30, 40, 50 cents a watt.
That's right. That's right.
Crazy.
So to like some of the people out there that want to think, solar, they're against solar, what would you say to them?
I mean, all I can do is pray for them because they're not seeing the real picture.
That's right.
You know.
And then it's like right now we're seeing an epidemic of people because the problem's getting so big. The pain is so strong, the bills are so high that they're, even when they didn't like solar or had some discrepancy like, oh, I don't like how they look, now the pain's so great they've turned towards solar. But it seems like, and this is why we're here to dispel a lot of these myths, solar's come under attack by lobbyists. People are confused with NEM 3.0 type of things. We're here to clear that confusion up. This stuff works. The sun's shining, the panels make power, the batteries store it, and you put it all in front of your meter so that you hack it, and it works. It drops your bill sometimes to zero.
I mean, without a doubt, we have installed plenty of solar, and people are benefiting and are very, very happy with it.
Mm-hmm.
And as example, what you just said, I tried to get one of my best friends 12 years ago to buy solar.
Mm-hmm.
She was in her 60s. Here she is now. She's 72.
Right.
She just recently purchased and loves it.
At 72.
At 72, where boom boom went out, knocked on her door, got her interested again. I went back and revisited it, and right now she's PTO'd and up and online.
Just like that.
Yeah,
That's
and
awesome.
and we even did an MPU, so it took a couple extra weeks. And the only reason that delay was actually PG&E dragging their feet.
Yes, yep. So we're getting the question, some people say solar energy isn't reliable because it depends on the weather. What's your take on that?
No, that's just not true. It just isn't. I mean, it's more reliable than, it's just as reliable as your TV. I'll put it that way.
So to answer that question too, it is reliable, even when it's raining, even when the clouds are out. The less power will come, but you'll have a battery to offset it. And with the right system sizing, you can actually compensate for those times where there's less input coming in. You just harvest more. And when you harvest more, it doesn't matter. So the weather does impact the harvesting amount, but as long as you have enough collector up, you can harvest what you need. And you can make all the power.
You can storage it up and use it
PG&E.
later.
That's right.
Daily.
And so, some people are asking, like, what new technologies do you think will really change the solar energy industry? So, the technology has been here forever, and there's improvements coming, but we're already at that place where everything you get right now when it comes to solar, it's already certified. It's already tried and true. The only thing that'll keep happening is the batteries will become a little more affordable gradually, but we're already at that point where to not jump in and get them just means you're delaying savings.
Right.
We're already at that nexus.
Right.
So the technology improvements that are going to come are, there's going to be more batteries out there. They're going to have higher capacities, but they all integrate over time. And right now the cost of electricity is so high, there's nothing to wait for.
No,
I mean, all technology.
I have to agree.
Every
1,000%
improving.
Facts. And the solar panels have come a long way. I mean, when we started, they were in the 200s to 300s. Now we're looking 400 to 500 watts. And they're increasing. And the efficiency of the panels and the storage batteries is up there. And like you say, it's only going to get better.
So pretty soon you're going to have the ranch out here all powered up.
I am.
All grid liberated.
Absolutely.
We're going to throw a big, massive party.
I got to get my mommy's Mother May I, but it's going to have, Mom, please. I'm begging you, Mother. Let me buy my own solar. Come on, Mom.
So here, do you believe utility companies are trying to slow down the growth of solar power to keep making more money? I want to answer that too. I want to hear what you got to say.
I mean, it's absolutely, man. That's why they're playing this shell game with the NEM 3, NEM 2, NEM 1.
Yeah.
It's nothing but a game, and the game is all for them.
That's right.
Because they don't want you to go solar.
Right. Yeah, that's right. Hell yeah. No, they're pissed. Sometimes people make a mistake, and then 20 years later, they pay for that mistake. That mistake was made once they started allowing solar panels to be connected.
Right.
And so, yeah, tough. You're going to deal with it. And now it's so easy. And that's the whole purpose of our content is, again, orient the people where the problem exists. It exists at the meter. Go attack that meter.
Right.
Ignore everything else.
Right.
Let the pain of your bill drive you right to the solution and attack your meter. Attack and hack. Done.
Yep.
You finish them off.
Yep.
It's already done.
Yep.
It's already done. And yeah, they're trying to slow it down because the meter, all the money comes from the meter. That's the cash register. So of course they want to slow it down. Of course, if it's a business, you don't want your competition coming in and absolutely crushing you. So they're miserable about this because what does it do? It's going to pull you out of their grip. Solar pulls customers away from utilities' grip. So they're pissed. They want to stop it. They want to slow it down because it makes them obsolete. It makes them totally obsolete. You can have all your own power, not listen to anybody. It's the best.
Yes. Grid liberation, freedom, independence.
So why are electricity prices going up even though more people are using renewable energy? Do you think PG&E is making it hard for others to compete? There are no others.
I mean, yeah, around here there ain't no other. It's a total non-comp.
Yep.
And so they can pretty much do what they can and get away with what they can. And, you know, it is slowly, it's not changing on their side, but the customers are starting to gain more ground by getting solar, getting batteries, and actually fighting back.
That's right. So I'll answer this. How do you see solar companies like Westhaven Power standing up to big utility companies and offering more affordable, sustainable energy? So I'm not standing up to them at all. I'll go underneath to the side. There's no way I'm going to stand up to the utility. You can't stand up to utility companies. That's not possible. We are attacking meters. We're a virus to the meters. That's it. Simple and plain. And no, I'm not going to stand there and try to fight the utility company. That's a fool's game.
Right.
Absolutely foolish as hell. And the fact is, you know, many people that work at the utility company, it's a very important distinction too, because there is animosity that's carried out. Look, it's your own fault if you got a high electricity bill right now. Okay, people got to take some responsibility for that.
Right.
It's not the PG&E worker that's driving down the street trying to get a sandwich, you know, before he goes and works on a you know, dangerous piece of equipment. There's an important distinction between people that work for utility companies, because we have to be honest, we need the power. We have to have the service. It's just gotten very expensive. The expense comes through the meter. You can change it.
It's called pain.
Yeah,
and that's why that lady, my friend, she felt enough pain that she probably jumped on and came into the grid liberation.
Yeah, that's right. And there's you know, again, there's really no stand. You know, the question, like, people want to fight the utility. You know, there's no point. You need them. And many of our customers are the very people that work at the utility company.
Absolutely.
So I like to change the whole rhetoric and move it away from like a fight against them. We have to integrate them, and actually, again, you just fight the meter.
You know, for the longest time, 2 to 3 customers a month were PG&E employees. Yeah,
they're our customers.
I'm from top down, admin down to the guys in the field.
Yeah, absolutely. And then we got, you know, are utility companies like PG&E doing enough to help with the move to renewable energy, or are they too focused on keeping their old ways of doing business?
I mean, all they're concerned about is their profit.
Yeah, they're massive, but, you know, they are needed. They are needed to keep everything around. So, Watson, you know, every morning you wake up, you get to see this place. You get to see the buttes, and you get to head into Westhaven Power. What would you say, you know, is going through your mind before you start the day? And what positive message or any message would you give to the customers that have been keeping us around for so many years?
I mean, I'm appreciative, you know, I'm humbled, you know, and grateful that the customers are there and they're still coming. I'm also humble and grateful and appreciative to our company, our employees, you, Akash, and many others, you know. I mean, at the end of the day, true message, you know, down dirty, you know, we all got to love one another at the end of the day. I'm a little ornery, a little hateful, a little, you know, out there, definitely, you know what I'm saying? But the facts are, you know, love is the common denominator, not hate. I'm not into hating Hating's going to just take you down, make you sick.
Yeah, that's why I don't hate the utility company. I don't hate them at all.
Right.
There's no point
Right.
in hating them. I work with them.
Yeah, we do work with them.
Yeah.
You know, I wish they were a little nicer.
Well, there's, I like to touch on that point too, because it's like they're actually, the people we work with are very good, right? I mean, executive, I don't know the executive branch or anything like that. That's a whole different ballgame.
Yes, it is.
But once again, like, it's really important, especially when we have a chance to speak on the bigger forums and be in social media, to be responsible for, all the PG&E workers too. They wake up every morning and they hit the streets and they got to do a dangerous job.
They're out there in the heat.
And
the
so
workers are out there doing what we're doing.
A message of diffusing, people's animosity towards a high bill, and then trying to like funnel that towards, the men and women that actually keep the land safe.
Yes.
With dangerous equipment everywhere.
Yeah.
Like, that's just kind of got to stop. If you're paying a high electricity bill, we have the service. We have the solution.
Yes.
That fixes that.
Right.
And it's not the worker. It's not the worker's problem.
I agree.
No,
the guys in the field, the ladies in the field, God bless them.
Yeah, that's right.
They're out there in the grind just like we are.
That's right.
A little upper top, the suits and ties, not so much.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say it that way.
Yeah,
not so much. And so that part I can't relate to. The other side, I agree.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So let me talk about NEM 3.0, because it's nothing. It's really, really nothing at all. The NEM stands for Net Energy Metering. 3.0 is the latest version of how the utility is going to pay you back for any electricity you send to the grid. We don't like sending electricity to the grid anymore, right?
That's right.
And NEM 3.0 puts a stop to it. And you don't need to send electricity to the grid. Let me tell you, you're not going to make money by selling electricity back to the grid with your home solar system.
Facts.
All you're going to do is prevent yourself from buying it from the utility company. And that's going to save you tons and tons of money, because you need power. The technologies today work. A reliable company like us will make it work. And we stand by our word, and we stand by the equipment that's put in. We've been at this for almost 20 years. Tens of thousands of systems. So we really know what we're doing, and we can really solve the problem of high electricity bills, and we can do it reliably. And there's way too many headlines. That's why we put out this content. That's how we come to beautiful places.
Mm-hmm.
And so we can actually speak to people and let them know there's a lot of hate out there. That's from all bad practices, bad companies, right? Bad companies doing poor work. This is expert work, and we're experts.
Tradesmen.
We're expert craftsmen with trades, with certifications, with decades and decades of experience. And solar, because the pain's so great, you even have people that come in from out of state knocking on doors, trying to get as many sales as possible, and they sell those contracts off. All the laws are coming in now to stop all that. Mm-hmm. We don't even participate in that kind of nonsense. But NEM 3.0 is no longer a deterrent for getting solar. The companies like Tesla have come up with the power walls. They're incredible. They completely nullify the utility. They turn everything into your favor, and it's just not a problem anymore. Solar works, batteries work.
Yep.
I can't say it again.
Yep. No,
I can say it again and again.
It's a great recipe now. I mean, we're actually in a beautiful area that, people are getting independent. Mm-hmm. Grid liberation is here.
Yes, indeed. Let's talk about solar brokers. Okay. Solar brokers are a real bad thing. I will say they're all bad. Every single one. It's absolutely black and white with the solar broker. There's no need for them. Look deeper. Get more quotes. The ultimate test for a solar company: do they have a service department? Is the person selling you the system employed by the same company that's installing the system? Employment. You need to avoid a broker no matter what. Brokers typically come from out of town. They don't live here.
No.
And what they do is they'll shack up in an Airbnb 15 to 20 deep, and they'll just go blitzing the neighborhoods, right? And that's how you'll see 15, 20 people go, wow, man, what is this? Okay, that's a blitz team. They're from out of town. They're solar brokers. You will get ripped off.
You know, they just come in, grab what they can, squeeze a little money out of you, and roll on. And then you're left hanging holding the bag with nothing left for yourself to get served because they're gone.
And virtually every single new rule, regulation, law has come out to prevent this from happening. All the predatory lending that's gone on, it all comes from this.
We've seen it.
The solar brokers, and they're just out of town bandits that come in because you know they want to make quick money. And so you really want to do your work to suss them out. And those are the things you can do. Who do you work for? Is the person that's going to install it going to be the same company you work for? Do you have a contracting license? These are the questions you can use. You know, all of our content, we cover solar brokers extensively. It's probably the single most important thing you want to find out. Using a local company that stays within their region, that's what we are. That's what we do. And our doors are open. You can come see us, 800 Northgate Drive. We're there waiting all day long. Open door policy. Come meet us right here.
Welcome.
This is our backyard. That's my one piece of advice for all homeowners, especially in Yuba Sutter. If you're in Yuba Sutter, and Westhaven Power is for you.
Right.
We are your home. You can see us. We're not going nowhere. You'll see us in grocery stores.
I mean, I want to reiterate from yesterday. We're great people, great product, great employees. It's a win-win-win for the customer because we're right here and we're here to serve you.
So, Westhaven Power, we focus on our region, and that's you know, between 75 and 100 mile radius around Yuba City, centered in Yuba City, the Yuba Sutter area. That's so important because all we do is, instead of focusing on like opening up out of state and just blowing up everywhere, we actually focus on, we put a dome around our turf. And everything inside that we want to perfect. Our communications, our ability to serve quickly and accurately. We want this dome to be grid liberated and put our area on the map. And all of our focus, all of our improvements, all of our innovations, they go towards improving what we do within this dome, rather than trying to go everywhere and just be all over the place, which a lot of companies that have done that have failed miserably, and they just end up going bankrupt. And it's really a bad thing when your solar installer ceases to exist.
Well, we've seen a lot of that.
We take all the orphans in.
I mean, yes, we do.
And that's what you'll become. You know, people need to be aware that there's a term called solar orphan. And with the electricity bills as high as they are right now, becoming an orphan is really not a good situation, unless you want to pay a loan payment or a lease payment and a PG&E bill at the same time. Then you'd want to, you know, become an orphan.
I mean, I like it. You know, we're centralized right around those Sutter Buttes right there.
That's why we're here.
That's our circle, you know, and we go 70, 80 miles out of that.
That's it.
That's the home.
Yeah, if you take the Buttes, 100 mile
somewhere right in that area,
Buttes,
give or take.
Damn.
And, you know, and then our solar service department is bar none. I mean, it's top drawer.
Ultra reliable.
You know,
24/7.
we have call trees. We get in there. We have backups to the call tree. You call us, we're going to respond. We're not just going to leave you out there.
That's it. So, purpose of this content is to introduce ourselves to you. We hope to meet you. We hope to serve you. And you're welcome to come and see us.
Yeah, I didn't mean to scare you.
If you want to meet him.
Yeah.
Most people probably shouldn't.
Cuckoo. It's have a beautiful day.
Let's do it.
Yeah.